Do you? Oh.
I've forgotten that since
Yeah, well,
Saturday morning I tend to sleep in and I think nothing to do and I forget that I got
How's your foot doing?
it's the leg, it's not my foot. I know. Okay. It's healing.
Okay.
All right.
The message is she would be happy to, but are you going to ask at some point whether or not anyone has any questions? And
At
she will
the end. Yes.
come around and pick up.
Yep.
I had the weirdest dream last night.
Yeah. No. Thank you. Yeah, it's on. I can tell it's on. Yeah. All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. I know that many have chosen to go to the concert, but the board report will be rebroadcast. It will be on York TV if you want to watch it later or again, or you have other questions. But I wanted to at least welcome those of you who are here in person and also those who are watching on York TV. Those at the concert, well, too bad for them, right? Some of you may have noticed that something's up with my leg. And so I would just tell you that it's healing. It's a long process when we get older, but it's healing, and so I'm okay. I'd like to recognize the couriers and the bulletin board folks. How many couriers are here this evening? Quite a few. Thank you. And also those who do work with the bulletin boards. You're going to just raise your hand every time I ask, Julie? Thank you so much. You know, it's the spirit of cooperation and community living that helps us thrive and be successful here in our home at 7500 York. So I have one reminder from a member, and that is when you go to put something in the recycling bin, if the bin is pretty full and you have a box, either break down the box and leave it on the side of the bin, or don't put it in the recycle bin because it will fill up too quickly, and then, you know, come Monday morning, it's a big mess for those people who deal with that. So if you can break the boxes down and put them on the side of the recycle bin, that would be best. Thank you. Also, we have a number of things to get to tonight. Roger's going to talk about the plaza. Rianne's going to do an intro about key fobs. And then we have a presentation regarding the 7th floor medical equipment room. And followed by all of that, any of the questions you would like to ask, we ask that you hold your questions until the very end. There are cards in the back that Rianne has if you wanted to fill out a comment card or a question card. If you don't want to stand up with the microphone, that's fine. So, but be sure if you want to write down a question that you get a card from Rianne. And last month, you did a fabulous job of remembering not to speak before you got the microphone. So I request that you do the same again tonight. If you have a question that you want to ask in person, raise your hand, the microphone will come to you. Please don't speak until you get the microphone. That really helps those who are watching on York TV because they can't hear what we're saying in here unless the microphone's being used. All right, so on we go. Roger, I'm going to ask Roger to come up and talk a couple minutes about the plaza. It's a microphone right here.
Thank you, Linda. It's good to see all of you here tonight. First of all, I want to, as I always like to do, acknowledge our terrific, hardworking committee that put the guidelines for the North Plaza together, the ad hoc committee on the North Plaza. Carol Alden, Alice Holzer, Rianne Leaf, Kathy Lindquist, Kathy Erberg, and Glenn Wallace. We also had terrific help from Michael and Kara from the staff of Ebenezer to help us work on this project. I want to acknowledge their contribution as well. I'm not going to go through all the guidelines tonight because we did hand them out one other time, but they have been revised, and I'm just going to talk to you about the revisions tonight. First of all, on page 1 under member responsibility, we added members are encouraged to bring their own seating if needed. Also, members who wish to wipe rain or moisture off the furnishings should use their own paper towels and old towels. We thought about having towels out there in pails and so forth, but we couldn't figure out a way to get them washed and re-cleaned and collected, so we thought the best way to do that would be for you to bring your own wiping materials. On the fire table, to turn on the fire table, you turn on the fuel dial to 1/2 on, press the ignite button. To adjust the flame, you turn the fuel button dial up or down to adjust the flame level. To turn it off, you turn the fuel dial to off. Do not touch the LP tank valve because that will affect the LP supply, and we do not want you to play with that because that will affect the use of the fire table negatively. Changing the LP tanks. The Men of York have generously provided us the names of 3 volunteers who will change the LP tanks for you. So if you look at the names and numbers on the guidelines, call one of those people that you can get a hold of to change an LP tank if you run out of fuel. The TV stand. We have a TV and we have a stand. We are working on with Ebenezer crew to figure out how to get cable TV out on the plaza. And until we do that, we won't finish the guidelines, and we will let you know about the guidelines for the TV when we have that figured out. If you turn to page 3, under dining, we did add at Amanda's request and for catered events at the end of that, because there are catered events out there that need to be accounted for. And then there's a schematic, the last page, which Kara did for us, which is wonderful. That tells you where the pieces are that stay in one place. We didn't put the chairs on the schematic because they're immovable. And we didn't put anything that's movable on the schematic. We just wanted you to know where the permanent pieces are supposed to be. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my report.
Thank you.
Rihanna's next.
Yes. Rianne? Good. She's going to talk to us about key fobs.
Just a brief introduction to key fobs. This relates to a policy. We have a security policy number 5.1 that applies to keys. We're going to expand that. We voted this week to expand that to include fobs. And so there is progress on the fobs. And what the board did was approve that 2 fobs be given to each unit. 2 fobs will be given to each unit. That includes combined units. There are only 2 fobs also for combined units. And so recently, with 330 units in the building, LaDamian has been busy programming 660 fobs. He's just about done, and the process for getting fobs to you will begin in September. And you're going to learn more about that at the managers' meeting in 2 weeks. But the process will be that the setup will be in the fitness center. And when you come to the fitness center, you will need to bring your E-keys, because these fobs are part of phase 1, which is just the exterior doors. And like the elevator, the doors into the elevators at the garage level and so forth. These fobs replace your e-keys, and you'll need to bring the e-keys with you when you come. The board also approved having your photo taken when the fob is issued to you. This is just for security purposes. The photo will only be in the security system. And it's, it's kind of like if you worked for a corporation or a school or something and you were an employee, you had a picture identification. Well, the picture is not going to be on the fob. It's only going to be in the security department. It will not be in the main office. Picture photos, it will not have any relation whatsoever to the picture directory. It will be just purely for security purposes. And then the fobs will be issued to you, and you will get a lot more information about that at the next managers meeting, so be sure you come to that. Thank you.
Thanks, Rianne. All right, you ready? All right, next up is Kathy, who will give a presentation on the medical equipment room. And this is where there may be a number of questions, so please be sure you write them down and wait till she's finished to ask them. Thank you. Kathy.
I want to begin by acknowledging that change can feel hard and unsettling. Tonight, I am going to walk you through a change at 7500 York so everyone has a clear, accurate information about what is happening. We will take this one step at a time, stay focused, and work through it together. I know this group well, and I know that questions may come up right away, but I need everyone to do a very hard thing tonight, and that is hold your questions until we finish the PowerPoint so we can move through the information clearly and in order. And you may find that as we go through this, your questions just might be answered. Before we continue, I want us to return to the mission statement of our cooperative, which has been on the screen for a while. The mission of 7500 York Cooperative is to provide a safe, healthy, and pleasant home for its members to enjoy an active, independent lifestyle in a senior cooperative environment. Two words from this mission statement are important for us today: safety and healthy. We want to provide a safe and healthy home, and that is at the center of this discussion.
He did.
Okay, tonight we are going to talk about the elimination of the medical equipment room. You will see in small print there, this was approved by the 7500 York Board of Directors on July 29, 2026. This summary is meant to help everyone understand the key facts clearly before we move into specific explanations and next steps. Originally, the medical equipment room was intended as a helpful community resource. It has become an operational burden, a health and safety hazard, and significant liability exposure for the cooperative and its staff. Ebenezer staff, including maintenance and housekeeping staff, are not certified medical equipment professionals and do not have the medical expertise needed to fit, service, or maintain this equipment. No one on our staff are certified to properly assess, select, or fit medical equipment to a resident. The maintenance challenges are many. Many items are in disrepair and unsafe. The workshop is not certified to repair any of the medical devices. And infection control. Staff are not trained for or responsible for medical grade sanitation. Infection control. Staff are not trained or responsible for, oh, I said that.
Yes, you did.
Medical grade sanitation. And we're talking about, now this is going to sound gross, I know, but we are talking about feces and urine and other bodily fluids that are left on the equipment as they are donated to us. So it is something that we do not really have the biohazard certification here to take care of that. We have had inappropriate donations. It challenges a space and poses hygiene risks. For example, single-use or non-reusable items like diapers and wipes and things like that. Personal items like nebulizers and fitted braces and other miscellaneous random items. To understand why this change is necessary, it is important to start with the original purpose of the medical equipment room as a helpful community resource and the concerns that have developed when members had open access to it. When you had free access and we could go in and out of the 7th floor as we chose, members and their family dumped items, open bags of diapers, random parts, piles of non-medical items, junk, even an old television. The biohazards, unsanitary items were returned or donated. Safety hazards, broken or unstable equipment, and no compliance. Proposed organizational system was never adopted, leaving burden on the staff. Even after the medical equipment room was closed to members and access was limited to staff, the concerns did not improve. We would have shoppers who would browse without specific needs for hours at a time. Inappropriate, unsafe selection. Members requested equipment that was physically inappropriate or unsafe for them. Theft and boundaries. Members took items when left unattended. They would become upset when items were unavailable. And item dumping. Members and families left items during move-outs in public areas during off hours and hid them. So that we would find them occasionally in all different sorts of places. Other Ebenezer cooperatives have already ended durable medical equipment programs because of similar risks. Here are 3 examples that highlight why. The American Cooperative of Anoka ended their donated DME after a light-headed resident needed a wheelchair, but the only available staff was a member of maintenance who could not provide hands-on care. Applewood Point Cooperative of Eagan. A knee scooter was loaned between members and was used by someone beyond its safe capacity, becoming structurally compromised. It was then passed to a 3rd member who, while using the scooter, it broke and causing a very serious fall. Even here at 7500, we had a resident with a family member who intervened when they were found using a walker inappropriately fitted for the height and physical needs. And there are other case studies. I just picked 3 for you. These are the risks why we need to move forward in a safer, more responsible way. The board of directors has unanimously decided to close the durable medical equipment room. This decision is based on resident safety, infection control, and legal liability. At a recent senior cooperative conference, a panel of attorneys was asked about maintaining a DME room. Their answer was an emphatic no, because of the liability and safety risks. Ebenezer, our management company, also strongly supports closing the DME room. So, we are not going to leave you in the lurch. We have a plan. Where do we go from here? The board makes an official announcement, and you, lucky people who came tonight, are the recipients of that official announcement. This is a board decision focusing on resident safety, infection control, and legal liability. We plan to help you with this. We want you to know that your medical team can and will prescribe the most appropriate and necessary equipment. And your medically necessary equipment is covered by insurance and or Medicare. We are going to provide you a list of external resources where members can obtain safe, properly fitted, and necessary equipment. You may be wondering what will happen to the equipment. Usable items will be donated to local charities that have agreed to accept them. We already have several groups who have come through and looked and said, yes, there are things. So that if you or your family have donated things, they will be very respectfully donated to a charity again so other people can use them. Tomorrow morning, you will receive a resource packet in your mailbox. Please read the cover letter carefully. The packet also includes a copy of this PowerPoint and lists of organizations with addresses, phone numbers, and contact people. The cover letter looks like this. Okay, you will get this tomorrow morning, thanks to the couriers that we just cheered tonight. Move-out procedures will be updated. No medical equipment can be donated or left behind. And we will provide a list of organizations that accept items. All staff will be trained on this new information. Now, I have talked about the organizations 3 times now. Okay, we have 3 of them. We put together lists for you. And this list includes the name, address, phone number, and, where possible, a contact person. The first list you are going to get are organizations that accept durable medical equipment. People on this list have already agreed to take many of the things from our medical equipment room. The second page that you are going to get are organizations with loaner programs of used durable medical equipment. They have fixed and certified the equipment. The loaner programs are for people who may need something for only a short period of time, and you do not want to buy this because your doctor has said you need it for maybe 3-4 weeks. You have a whole list of organizations that will help you out with that. Some of them even deliver. And the third one are local durable medical equipment vendors that work with your doctor and your healthcare team, such as your doctor, physical therapist, family, hospital, or caregivers. And they have the specific equipment that was prescribed for you. And this list of vendors will help you with insurance and Medicare as well. So, we are helping you work with medical professionals who assess and prescribe appropriate medical equipment and provide a list of organizations that have safe, sanitized, and professionally fitted equipment. Now, there's a difference between services and resources. A service is something that staff, manage, provide, or are responsible for. A resource is information or guidance we share so residents and families can make their own arrangements with qualified providers. We are moving from service to a resource-based system. If you have any questions about addressing your personal needs, resources are available from Annie Vicaire. Her phone number, her email are here in the packet, and it would be best if you would make an appointment, because then you can get all of your questions answered. In closing, this decision is about keeping our community safe, healthy, and supported. We know that this change may take some adjustment, but we are providing resources to help residents and families make the right arrangements with qualified providers. Thank you for listening, for staying open to this change, and for working with us as we move forward together.
Thank you, Kathy. Might want to keep the microphone handy. Do we have a runner? Rich will be a runner, okay. Are there questions that, okay, and there's another microphone. Are there questions that you would like to ask right now? If you didn't write something down. Rianne, do you have any cards with questions? A few, yes. Okay, Nan.
Could you explain further? Could you explain further how the use of FAB plus a photo in our system would increase the safety for our residents?
Sure. The key, you're talking about the key fobs, which, as Kara said, are going to be fabulous in the end. So the photo, when you use your key fob to unlock a door, your photo will pop up at security. And if, for instance, you give your fob to someone who is not authorized to use it, and there develops a pattern, security is going to notice. And then you would be contacted because there's a serial number on each fob. And so your fob is connected with a person who is entering illegally, let's say, and you will be asked to take the fob back. That's the other thing about having them handed out in the fitness center on September 3rd and 4th. I think those are the dates, because there is a pad right there outside the fitness center, so everybody can try out their fob to see if it works once you get it. Did I answer your question, Nan? Okay. Okay.
So if, for example, we have a child, son or daughter, that we want to come in, and we let security know that we've given them their fob, is that okay?
Technically, no. No matter who they are, they're supposed to come in through the front door and sign in. Yeah. I asked the same question because I'd like to give one to my daughter. Joanne, just a moment till you get the microphone.
Just to clarify, this has nothing to do with our apartment door. It's only the building doors.
Correct. It's only the exterior doors, right?
If you can't give it to your kids, why are they giving everybody two?
That's a good question. Well, some units have two people. Some of us don't have two people. So those of us who don't have two people, we get two fobs anyway.
I think not all of us know what a fob is.
Oh.
Is it on like the carve thing for your car?
No, but it's not that big.
Okay,
It's a
thank you.
very thin, I had an example, but I don't now. It's, when you go out, you can ask at security, can you show us a fob, please? They don't have their own? Oh, okay, all right. Because when I asked a few months ago, I had one of the security folks show me their fob, and it's not even half the size of a key fob for your car, and it's very thin. So, and it has a little hole in the end so you can add it to your key ring. It will be very lightweight. Won't be as heavy as an e-key, for instance.
I take it when we lose our fob, there'll be a penalty just like when we lose our key?
You got it. $50 replacement fee. Yes. Yeah, well, for now, yes. Who else has a fob question?
All right, we can't give it to our kids.
Nope.
But what if one of your children is co-owner of your unit?
One of your children is what?
Co-owner.
Oh, well, now that's a new one on me. I don't know the answer to that, but I'll find out.
I do not think they're a co-owner yet.
Yeah.
You are the holder of the share, and your child may be someone to transfer.
A TOD.
On our demise.
Right,
You know?
right. Nan has another question. Thanks for waiting for the microphones. Yes.
My question is about the open hours of the building. We do not need to use the fob to go in by the main entrance
No. The main entrance,
during the open hours.
the main entrance will be unlocked because there's always security. Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Barb Bertelson. Going to get your steps in, Rich.
Will they eventually get to the mailbox and stuff, or do we keep our keys for that, or?
Oh, for now, your mailbox key is your key for your mailbox. Yeah. The fobs will be rolled out in phases. This is the first phase for the exterior doors. And so as things get added, like when they add our apartment doors, it's still the same fob, but your apartment number would be added to your fob, if that makes sense. So it's not like you need more than one fob. But if you want to come into the CAC or use the social room, as we do now, we have to go to the security desk and request a key. Well, they'll give us a fob to get into the CAC and or the social room. You have to check it out and check it back in, just like we do now with keys. Yes, Barb. It's okay.
What about the storeroom? You've got your own thing for your unit, but to get into the storeroom area, you need a key.
That's your apartment key.
Okay.
It's a C key. It's a C key. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Well, we only have one for the two of us.
But you'll have two fobs now, come September. You won't just have one do you only have one E key, or do you have two?
For the storeroom.
Oh. Right.
If you had an access to the storeroom.
Not with the fobs yet. No, that'll be further down the road. We're just going to get the exterior taken care of first. Yes, Virginia?
Yes. Moving off of fobs, with medical equipment that you have in your room now, did I understand that you are responsible for disposing of that?
Yes.
Okay.
But you
And,
will find a list of resources in the packet you'll get
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Other questions on any topic? There actually was a question I got in my mailbox, and Roger, you could answer this one. Someone asked, what committee, so you can answer this, what committee decided to get a TV for the plaza, and what are the provisions for storage, safety, and reservations? You answer that, please.
The committee was our ad hoc committee on the North Plaza, and we worked with vendors, and we chose by the yard because their furniture does not need to be stored in the winter, can be left out. It had a 15-year warranty, and they gave us a 20% discount, and it lasts forever, basically. So what was the rest of the question?
About storage and
Storage does not require to be stored, so it can
The
stay out
TV.
all the time.
the TV.
The TV, we decided to order a TV, but we do have a problem now with using the cable system. Until we get the cable worked out, we will not be able to use the TV on the plaza. But that will be worked out. It's just a matter of time. We'll eventually be able to use it on the plaza. The storage, it'll be stored and signed out. We'll work on the procedure for that when the TV is available.
Thank you, Roger. Okay, I had enough standing. Other questions? We have lots of board members who can answer questions. Roger?
If you Google FOB device, they'll see a picture of an FOB device on Google if they want to see
Okay,
what it looks
say it into the microphone, please.
If you Google FOB device on Google, they have a picture of a FOB. You can see what they look like, and it'll explain what it is.
Thank you.
I've seen them a couple of times, and they're really small.
They're very small.
Looks really light, too.
Other questions? I thought there might be many questions, in which case, 1 second then. Okay. Dave, microphone for Roger, and then Virgil's got a question too.
Another reason for the photo with the FOBs is if you lose or your FOB is stolen, it provides another security factor for the security people to see a photo. So if the person using your FOB, for example, had stolen your FOB, they can quickly identify it as not being you. So that's another main reason for using photos.
Right.
And turn it off.
Well,
Right, and they can turn it off, yes.
well, that answered most of my question, which
Oh, well,
was,
good.
why did we change from keys to fobs? Were there a special problem? And I can see that would be one.
Well, that's right. We know there are many e-keys out there. Lots of people have e-keys and they're not supposed to. And the fob system is safer in a way, I guess. And we're moving forward in the 21st century here with fobs, badging, you could badge your way into school, badge your way into a building, same kind of thing with the fobs. Yeah. Oh, that's right. We can't repair the stands that have the keys in them for the coming in the outside. They can't repair those anymore. They're too old. So that was another reason to make this advance. All right. Who else has a question or a comment? A complaint? Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Rianne. Thank you, all board members, for all the work that everyone has put in. I appreciate you coming tonight. Thank you very much. Shorter than usual, but we're done.
Yes.
I tried to run over my phone. Will you, my phone.